Into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, for
Hello everyone and welcome to JCGaming. Today we are fishing North Atlantic. I've already put out 10 pots again, or 10 long lines. So we have one that's been out for 9.5 hours, almost 10, and then the last one just got put out about half hour ago. So we have a 4-hour gap in between these ones here that I sped time up. We're going to get my one helper out here for hauling long lines to start with, which is going to be Nora. She's the best at that. Actually, no, I'm going to haul long lines myself. We're going to put Nora and Emma on gutting as soon as we get picked up. But as you can see, we have pretty good density of fish around here, so I'm hoping we do pretty good. I'm going to check the time real quick on the first one here. We got 9:51, so we're going to jump ahead. Let's go 9 hours. I'll put us at 18:51, and 18:40 is what we need to be at for the line to start turning blue. So we'll do that real quick. Of course, we're going to be picking them up in the dark, but why is that not blue yet? Oh, we're an hour off. Okay, well, I guess we'll go one more hour then. Alright, so we're right here. We're just going to cruise up here, pick this one up. I don't want to get going too fast and crossing lines or nothing. Since I can't quite see where the other end of it's at, I think it's going this direction here. Just need to clear up the edge of it so I can start picking them up. And hopefully, because of where I put it, we're going to have it all on green. I mean, all on 15s. So we'll have to wait and see, but... And of course, the first one's going to be 13, but... I mean, we had a pretty dense population of fish. I mean, it could be what I'm going after too. I put out 2 crab lines, then I put out 3 mackerels, and then I believe 4 krill, and then 1 more mackerel at the end. So this here is going to be a pollock line, I believe it is, for crab. The mackerels are looking for haddock, and the krill are looking for redfish. But I need more redfish for my quota than anything, because we're getting a little ahead on the pollock and haddock at the moment. And as always, you know, the more perfects we get, the more weight we get in, so, you know, I'm hoping to get mostly perfects, but if we get some goods and okays in there, I mean, that's alright too. I'm going to try to be positive about this, and I want to get, you know, try to get in there 400 kilograms of fish on the boat in 10 lines. Got some silver hake coming up at the end there too. That's a pollock there. And I think we're gonna, depending on how long this takes, 71,000 pounds on that one. Holy wow. We might go over here with having 10 lines out. I might have made a mistake on that one. We'll see here shortly. Let's go ahead and put Emma and Nora to work gutting, and we will keep watching them. And it's still densely populated fish in here. We got a lot of pollock, redfish, I mean some silver hake, some haddock. Then 3rd through 5th line, I believe, is the haddock lines. These are both supposed to be pollock lines. So we're going to turn here to the left a little bit. See, we make sure we don't cross the line and we actually pick it up just right. And hopefully this one will be a 15 with, oh man, 71, that was a lot. That was on a 13. I mean, densely populated fish. Maybe I should have let it sit for a little bit longer. I mean, it was mainly perfects too, so I mean that's a lot of help in getting your quantity up. Yeah, we might have a couple lines that are too much for us. I mean, if it keeps going like that, because I mean, 70,000 per line, that means we have the possibility of getting 700,000 kilos and can only haul 500. I guess I could start targeting, if we start getting full, targeting a specific type of fish and letting the other ones miss. Since we're a little short on the quota for redfish, maybe I'll do that. If we get up to 400,000 and have like 4 lines left to go, I'll just target redfish only. And this one, 84th, oh my goodness. 63 in pollock, 12 in haddock. This one here was 52 in pollock, 10 in haddock, and not much redfish. So, but if you look at our quota here on the catch quota thing, we still have. Let's see, we're 786 on haddock, 789 on. This is in pounds too for some reason. I don't know why it switched. Probably because I saved it to see. Maybe, I don't know. Let me try to fix that real quick. I know we've had this issue before. We want meters per second, metric, distance in nautical, save, resume, kilos, kilometers, and if we put a line out here, it's in meters, but that's alright. I can deal with that one, that's fine. Alright, so we need to run up here to the next line here. Turn to the left, pick that one up. Let's see how these girls are doing. Okay, so those first ones are in pounds, not kilos, so okay, that makes more sense. So we only have 70,000 kilos after 2 lines. So we should be right on course for catching a full load. My apologies. Like I said, the game sometimes glitches out and changes, but again, we still have a good quantity of fish in here. So we're gonna go over here, pick up this line here, and see where we're at. Like I said, hopefully we get some 15s and fill the boat up. But now that it's been shown in pounds, it won't switch back. Like if I go look at that report again, it won't be showing in kilos. So we actually only caught like 25,000 kilos of pollock, not 52,000 like I thought it was at first. Which is fine. We'll just catch our fish here and we'll see how we do. And I think I'm going to run these in, sell them off, and then come back out and do one more. And hopefully we'll have enough to buy the crab boat that we want. I want to get the saga boat. It holds 50. It's only costs 5 million for it. And if we do that, then I'm gonna bump some time ahead. But I want to do it without loans, if possible. You know, if we were at like the $4 or $5 million mark, I'm gonna bump ahead till November, and then buy the boat. So only 16,000 on that one. Alright, let's see what we do here. This one, well, I've got 1 minute to wait, so by the time I get up to it, it'll be fine. But we already have 87,000 kilos on board, so we should be doing just fine. So I think, as everybody knows, this is a fairly new channel. I stopped playing music for a little bit there because they kept doing a copyright claim, which is a little annoying to me because what happens is if there's a copyright claim on it, they start putting ads on the replays of the streams. So, but there's no ad revenue for me. All those ad revenues go to whoever has the copyright claim against us. But the music I'm supposed to be using has no copyright on it, which kind of is, I don't know, it's weird to me because it shouldn't be having a copyright claim against it. It's not a strike against the channel, it's just a claim on the exact song. And it's only been one song out of like a 2-3 hour stream, so, but that song is like in the first 2 hours of this 10-hour playlist, so I started playing the second half. Hopefully I don't have any copyright claims on this part. Let's get some perfects rolling in here and see if we can actually fill this boat up this time. Which I'm not too worried about gutting and stacking all the fish this time. What I want to do is I just want to get the fish in, and I'm going to try to gut as much as possible. But I'm going to take it back to port and I'm just going to sell it so that we can get money, get back out here and get going instead of spending 2 days trying to gut, freeze, and stack all of it. But I know we get an extra 25 to 30% for gutting it, but we need to try to get as much done as possible. So that was line 4, and we're at like 100,000 pounds. So the chances are that we're 111,000 pounds. The chances are that we're going to be waiting a little bit. Let's see, 3 minutes. Yeah, that should be fine. We'll just putter up to this one here. It'll turn blue before we get to it, I think. But yeah, so I can spend 2 days gutting the fish and stacking it all, get an extra 25%, or I can spend those 2 days coming out here and getting another full catch and going back in, and then it would be covered. We'd have it, more than enough to cover whatever we lose in the not gutting of the fish. But like I said, I'm going to try to gut as much as possible on the way back in. So I'll put out some markers to fast travel part of it, and as they get tired and go to rest, I'll put somebody else in that spot, and then we can keep it gutting the whole way. I'm really surprised that we're not getting more fish per line though, because like I said, it was a densely populated area. Although I might have grabbed the wrong bait too. It's hard to tell for sure. But if we can ever get in an area that we're getting 15s and bringing in like 50,000 a line, we got 10 lines out, we'll fill this boat up in no time. The hardest part is, like I said, it takes about 3 to 6 minutes to put out each line. So you have to. I think I'm gonna be glad that I turned around and didn't keep going straight out here though, since this one's only at 8, which means we'll be lucky to have, I don't know what, 10,000 pounds in here. Wow, and that was 12,000 kilos still with only 8. I said this whole catching thing is just a weird algorithm thing there going on. Let's see, we'll speed to there. We still got 4 hours we gotta fast forward, so let's bump this ahead 4 hours. Let's go to 5 hours actually. Make sure it soaks a little longer. See how the girls are doing. Still got plenty of stamina there. I got 92,000 of it gutted. We could start freezing and stacking too. I think we're going to leave these 2 here and not freeze quite yet. But as you see, there's not much fish right now at the moment. Hopefully, we'll see some more here in a minute. Start coming across the line. It was densely populated when I came through here, though. So hopefully we'll have some good numbers here. We haven't had a 15 yet. We've had a 11, a 12, a 14, a 13, and an 8, and now an 11. These should be redfish lines here. So we should have a good amount of the reds coming in. That's a silver hake and a silver hake. Oh man, I hit an okay. I was doing so good. 5 lines without an okay. I can't tell if that's a Pollock or a Haddock coming up next. That is a Haddock. Then we got a red, and I believe the next one's a red also. It's kind of hard to tell at night time when it's dark. There's no light shine off the side. I mean, I guess you could put the searchlight over here for shine off the side, which could be a possibility for doing. It'd be better to see the fish coming ahead of time. And the last one's going to be a redfish. I do know at some point I'll go out and get some another 18,000 kilos. So we're at 142,000 kilos already. I'm going to just set a marker up and slow travel over here to this one because I want to see the densely populated, and every time you fast travel it kind of messes it up. To see if this is going to be worth coming back out to or not, or if I might have to find a different spot. I mean, that first line still had fish on it, so they might be going south. And maybe if I would have put this line on the south side, it would have been all 15s. I took a guess. I didn't know for sure. I had a tip for, if you look at the map here, these two I put in here. But if you look at the map here, I had one from 3 days ago, so I started my line here going this way because I had another one up here that was 7 days ago, so I figured the fish would travel in this direction. And what I should have done was I should have went over here and ran my second set of lines back up this way, I think, instead of going up above them. So we'll motor over here and see what the sonar looks like. I'm still pleased. I mean, 11 fish and we got 18,000 kilos. You know, these girls are doing really good. They got only 45,000 left out of 142,000 so far, and I mean, they're actually doing pretty darn good right now. So, yeah, I'm not seeing the same population, so I'm just going to speed it up here. I want to get these things in and go ahead and get them sold. I do believe that when you speed ahead like the way I'm doing right there, and not by the 2 or 4 hours or whatever, it doesn't use as much of their stamina either. So the line should be going off a little to the right here. I mean, the actual line should be traveling out this direction, so we won't have any problem picking it up. This is, again, another krill line, so it should be mainly redfish. Man, my second okay. Ugh. And both of them have been on silver hake. Pollock, redfish. The next one is Pollock, I believe. Yeah, Pollock. We got 2 redfish in a row here. Yeah, I think I might adjust that searchlight to point it right over into here. I do know that I want to do some crab fishing here in the late part of this episode, maybe the next episode. I might actually do a second stream tonight for crab fishing. Again, I haven't done that before, except for just a little trial thing, so I mean, trying to get on the crab and stay on the crab could be an issue. Wow, 28,000 kilos on that. It was only 11? That's amazing. And we got quite a bit of redfish, which is good. That's, you know, very positive. So we could be at 300,000 by the time we get done here. That's fine. 300,000 is a good number. And of course, it's getting kind of good. But see, the searchlight's over here. But I think if we put, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the boat for a second. We're gonna hit K to adjust the spotlight. And if we, I don't know, probably right about in there, I think. It's going to be the spot we needed. It's going to be real close. I need to turn sharp left here to get this line. I'm probably going to have to back up on it. For some reason we were still traveling forward. Yeah, I'm going to have to back up on it. Alright. Let me, let's just do the map on it. Come over here. And then we'll come back up here. Alright, so that line is right there. For some reason my searchlight, I believe, is not shining like it's supposed to though. So I'm gonna actually stop this again. There it is, okay. I had turned it off when I was trying to turn the boat around. I hit N instead of M for map. And I think it's gonna be pretty close to a good spot though. It's a little hard to see because it's dark time, but the buoy is right there. We'll get over here, start bringing some fish in. We're already at 170,000 kilos, and we got like 3 more lines to pick up. And I said I think the girls are still doing pretty good. They're 60,000 pounds left, but the density of fish isn't as much as it was before. So I'm thinking that we're gonna have to definitely look for a different spot here. Yep, I'm a little off on my light here, but still see. And we got 14 on this one, so we should do pretty good. This is supposed to be a krill line, which is reds, but so far it's a couple of pollock. Redfish. I mean, the amount of fish doesn't really construe the density. As you can see, we had a 8 fish line a little bit ago that had 20,000 kilos on it. So, and I've had 10 fish lines that have 8,000 kilos. Or I mean, 15 fish lines that have like 8,000 kilos. So it really depends on the density. And when I was putting the lines out, it was pretty super densely populated. It's not so much right now because they move through and they migrate, but we're gonna see how we do here. I don't like hitting those OKs. Hello, welcome to the channel. Appreciate you coming out and watching. We're going to be doing this, I think, one more set of lines, and then switching over to some crab fishing. Try if I can get perfects in the last couple here. Help our density out and our weight quantities out. I can't see what that last one was. Oh, good redfish. Not me. Not me what? How you doing, Rob? Buoy's right here. Try to turn over to it here a little bit. If I can ever get the boat to turn. My boat is not turning. Come on. I have found this boat turns better when it's going full speed than it does when it's going slow, which is really weird. You'd think it would be kind of mid-range. My first 15 line out of 9 lines so far, but we've had some good numbers on them so far. I believe they're the last lines of mackerel, so we'll have more haddock on that one. Well, we should have more haddock on that one. I do really want to adjust that searchlight though a little more. I wish I could do it while I was hauling this in, but if I tried doing that, I would probably get in the wrong spot. hopefully when we get back to port we'll find some tips of places to go to for some better fishing. Because obviously, as you look at the sonar here, a lot of it's moved along. 44,000 kilos on that one, that's a pretty good line. Hopefully we can do the last thing, to do the same amount on this one here. Let's go a little straighter onto it. And we're going to hit the K button. We're going to adjust this a little more. Oh, we can't go any more to the left. Okay. So, yeah, that's about as good as we're going to get it then. Alright, well, the next buoy is somewhere. I didn't hit the fast forward, did I? No. Alright. Last buoy's right there. Got the sunrise, which is really funny. Because it was not even up 20 seconds ago. Come on, boat, turn. As you see, the faster we start going, the easier it turns. So did you see my message in Discord about the game on sale in Steam? Do you think that would be a game you'd like to play in a multiplayer setting on a stream? Alright, so another 24,000 kilos. So they have 150,000 kilos. She's half. So what we're going to do is I want to actually sell this in Yarmouth, even though I didn't even check the prices here. I can do, but I mean I could probably check for a better price, but I mean Yarmouth is fine. The reason why I want to do that is I want to get this port to max reputation for the port, so we get the best prices, because we get more money. If we look in the logbook here, sales, fishing at Yarmouth, because of port reputation, we get a plus 2.3%. So we're going to just set out one long thing over here, and we're going to go until someone gets tired, and then we're going to stop. See if we can get as much of it gutted as possible before we get there. Like I said, they've been coming up on stamina and stuff, and skill level, so they should be able to get quite a big chunk of it done. And if they don't finish it, they don't finish it. We'll just Alright, so Nora's too tired now. So if we pull one of these guys over, just because, you know, I mean, it is what it is. We'll start traveling along again until the next person gets tired. If you saw there's a question mark right there, I might actually go get that before we go in so we can finish gutting as much of this as possible, because we get a better price for it when it's gutted. So let's, it was somewhere right in here. Let's just travel one over to here real quick. I did see it right there. It is. Okay, so stop. Scroll in a little bit. I should be able to get in there with this boat. Travel right to there. Scroll in a little bit more so I can see better. I don't know, it's going to be tight turning in there. I don't know how shallow this is here. I'm going to try it anyway. No, can't take this boat in there. Okay. Have to get a different boat for that one. That might be the other crab boat, the Nova Scotia that comes out of where's that place at? Dennis Point or Lockport, one of the two. Which is another crab boat. Let's see where we're at right there. Should have it pretty close. Alright, so these guys aren't as fast. We're going to put them over here stacking just because, whatever. It doesn't have to all be stacked as long as it's gutted. Get these two girls over here because they're the best gutters we have. And we'll travel up in here real quick. Get as close to the port as possible so we have as much of it done. Alright, so slow that down. Look at this. Still 60,000. Looks like they didn't do anything. Alright, so we're just going to put everybody over here to rest now. Go dock up. Sell it off as is. Hope it'll let me do it the way I want to, but if not, oh well. Alright, so the part that's gutted is plus 20%, but our total weight is still 150, 168, 170, 240, 270 kilos. So yeah, that's all of it. 1.3 million income. So we can sit here and stack up the rest of it and, you know, maybe get 1.5 out of it, or we can go back out and catch more fish. So I figured, you know, better off just to, we're still getting above normal prices here too. So yeah, we're just gonna sell that. See how far we can get this up, because this is where we're gonna be getting loans from, is probably in Yarmouth, which means we can get a better loan. I should probably fuel back up first. Check for repairs. We still have plenty of baited lines. See if there's any tips here. Yeah, no tips. Let's go over to Dennis Point. See if we can get a tip there, maybe. Nope, no tip there either. I'll try Lockport, and then if there's nothing there, I will just take a shot in the dark, I guess. So that Knott's Guilty that just showed on the screen a second ago is a lobster boat. It'll hold 200 pots, but the amount of fish that it'll hold is only like 40k, when this boat will hold 500k. So I'm thinking, let's see, which one was it? This one here? Yeah, this one here. These are ones I put in. So what I want to do is probably run the line right through here, I think. So I'm going to jump out here to Barco, and then I'm going to fast travel over into this section that was over here. Going to fast travel to where we're like right here, I think, and start a lines going through here. So let's see, about here, and then actually I want to move both of those. I want to move that one there, because I want to have the line come kind of at an angle this way. That one can go away. This is one I put in. This is 22 days ago that I think I put in. These are ones I actually picked up as tips. So that was 14, that was 5 days ago, so they should be still right in this area coming here. So we're going to put a line out here. That should be plenty. That'd be 5, and then we'll come back through and put 5 lines that probably below that this way on this side. Alright, so get a guy out here to start helping me set lines. The question is, what do we want to fish for? I'm seeing a lot of cod, which we definitely don't want to go after yet. So let's not put this guy here quite yet, so we can sort of see what we have for availability at the moment. So yeah, Rob, the game is a little bit I don't know, I would say cartoonish, but it kind of reminds me of what the hell's the name of that game? Well, you can terraform like you can in Farming Simulator, so you can build ramps or build tunnels or do whatever with some of the stuff you have. But then you build like a factory setup thing and trying to implement. I don't know how to explain it. This is all macro. This is no good here. This is not going to be good fishing. So let's travel ahead a little bit further. Click the autopilot back on. See if we can actually find some fish here. So I'm not quite sure what we should do per se, but I don't know. It looked interesting a little bit. For haddock begins in 2 days. Yeah, okay. We've already been catching haddock, so hopefully there'll be a sign coming up here somewhere that we have some haddock around. If I look at my map, it's like I said, it should be right in this area here. But I'm seeing tuna fish, crab, and mackerel. Some cod, all of which is out of season at the moment. I believe that's the selfie boat right there. No, selfie's blue. What is that one? That's... I can't think of the name of that one right now. Too small of a boat to be out here, though. Too bad it wasn't crab season already. We could be dropping crabs out here, or crab pots. I think this is too deep for crab fishing, though. 1.4 nautical miles deep. Yeah, I'm not seeing. That's a tuna fish, a swordfish, and a mackerel. So nothing we can fish for. Let's clear this waypoint. We're going to fast travel up to where we had the haddock at. And then we were fishing about in here last time. So I'll do that, and then I'll set a line over here. Something like that, maybe. See if we can see something. Turn the autopilot back on, so I don't have to worry about that. Again, mackerel, swordfish, tuna. Hopefully it'll pick up and we'll start seeing something. Too bad I couldn't bait with herring out here and catch a bunch of tuna on a long line. But we have no loans at the moment, so if I have to, what I'll do is I'll bump the time forward to November. I'm going to search around a little bit more, see if I can see something. If I can't, then I'm going to switch over to... I'll bump the time ahead to November. Right now we're still into September, so we'll have to bump it ahead a month. And then we'll go out and do some crab fishing on this episode. But that's cod, mackerel, tuna fish. We got one sword over there. So if I put lines down here, it's going to be low fish population, nothing caught. So we're just going to be wasting time, kind of like we're doing right now, but wasting time and then wasting money too, because we have to pull the lines back in, lose the bait on them. So I'm thinking, yeah, let's bump forward a little ways here, see if we can do any better. And that's a swordfish that was just right there, it looked like. gonna see that one pop back up somewhere. Maybe we can do some sword spear fishing. It's still open at the moment. Yeah, but this is not looking good here, so we can travel back up to Yarmouth and get a loan, a couple of loans. Yeah, I'm tired of messing with this. Let's just do that. Clear this out. There's no tips, so you can't really find out where to go. And the only reason I'm going to Yarmouth first is because I have the best reputation there, so the higher loan amount I can get for a single loan. Look at this boat up in the air. What a glitch that was. Alright, so yes, I'm going to fill this back up because I will be using it again. Well, actually we're going to be traveling over here in a minute. I need to go to town, go to the crew house, nothing there. We're going to take all these guys and put them all in the crew house and then pull them back out because I believe we can only have 5 on that crab boat that we're going to be getting. I mean, I could go get the northwestern one, which is 6. Yeah, let's just do that. We'll get the northwestern. That's what I'm going to do. Go to the bank, borrow money. We're 0 in debt at the moment. We're about to be... Oh, look, we get $8 million now because we've got such a high reputation here. So I think we're just going to take out... let's take out 2 and be able to repay one back right away. And then we're going to go down here to the dock, shipyard, available, and we're going to buy this one here. 6 people, we can have 135,000 kilos of crab on there. Crap. What I did forget though, let's see, if I pay this back right away, what are we at? Still at 3 million, okay. Let's bump ahead to November 1st. Skip time, 1 week, skip time, 1 week, skip time, and this one will put us on November 3rd, so there should be some tips around for crabbing too. Yep, nope, not from here, there's not. Well, here's what it is. Okay, now we'll go to the bank, and we'll borrow money. Not as much because we spent some time, but that's alright. We're going to take out 2 of these again, go to the dock, purchase that boat. I did it that way so I don't have to pay a loan payment ahead of time. Alright, so I've already done the tutorial on it. I don't want to do that again. We're going to go to upgrades. Number 1 thing. Unfortunately, it's only 60 kilograms more, but that's a huge amount, so we're going to grab that. We're going to grab the max engine, max radar, autopilot, of course, because we're going to be going down to help out. I'm not worried about the fishing quota. Sonar, I'm going to go for the max one because I don't know how deep we're going to be. Buoys, we definitely want the better buoys. Flag and beacons and stuff on them. Definitely want the max searchlight. And side thrusters, I don't think we're really going to need, but I mean, why not? So that takes care of everything but the fishing quota, which again, I don't think we're going to need to spend 300,000 on the 3, because we still have, let me check out real quick here. I believe this thing will hold quota, 800,000 kilograms already. So we have 5 months to catch that much. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over here, we're going to buy some large pots, and we could have a max of 90, so we're just going to stack all 90 on board. Even if we don't use all 90, at least we have them. Since they're not that much anyway, only 1,000 a piece. And we're going to get max amount of bait too. Because who knows how long we're going to be out there, so we get a max of 30 bait. I believe 1 bait will bait 20 pots. So, and it's going to be in a freezer, so it won't go bad on us. And then, hopefully, during that time, since we were bumped a little forward, maybe, of course not. We're going to run over to Dennis Point and see if we can get a tip over there for crab. Still can't get that one, it's up in the shallow water, so I have to use a different boat for that. Please. Nothing for crab. It's not what I was looking for. Because I have no idea where to go. What to do. I guess I could just go jump out into a shelf somewhere where there's fish at and see if I can see crab too. There we go, from a week ago. We'll purchase this one here too. Alright, so let's go look to see where that's at now. Crab from a week ago. Well, there's the redfish from a month ago. Redfish from 3 days ago. So the crab are in this depth of water, which looks to be about 300 meters maybe. So I'm thinking we're going to go over here to this, and we're going to lay right through this channel right here and see what happens. Let's get to field before we do that, since we've moved around a little bit already. Don't want to run out while we're out there. And this boat will hold 30,000 liters of fuel, so we should be good, no problem, no matter where we go. Alright, so we're going down here quite a ways, 25 nautical miles. Let's see. And my workers, they're all on board. Let's see who's best at what. Nora, let's see, I need the crane operation 6. Crane operation 6. 6. Okay, well so far, they're all 6 on the crane. Alright, so any of them do it for crane. There's no stacking. It's going to be pot baiting and setting is a 6 for Victor. Josh is a 9 for pot baiting and setting. 7 for 7. Okay, so we're going to use Josh for pot baiting and setting. We'll use Victor for the crane. We're going to be setting them up this way. We don't need any sorters at the moment, so I'm just going to take, let's use Derek, I think. He's got good stamina, yeah. We'll use Rudy for prepping. We don't have any damage in the moment, so I don't have to worry about that. We're going to put a line down to here, and then turn this way. But now that I know where they're going to be set up, I can kind of move these guys. So this is going to be him here, him there. I don't want to fast travel with these guys over there because it'll use up their stamina. And I don't know how long we're going to be out here setting this way. So I'll get that set up. We're going to put a line just traveling out this way. And I'm thinking I want to go probably, I don't know, 5 knots or so. As you see, I'm seeing crab right here already. We can zoom out, see there's crab all along here. So now that I got straightened out and lined out, I'm going to pull these guys back out, get everything ready to go. And we're going to go back to sonar so I know kind of where to, I want to travel at about, I don't know, 5 knots I guess or so. We're going to turn on the work lights too so these guys can see. So he's setting the bait in there right now. It's ready to go, I believe now. But I don't see any crab right here, but I'm going to go ahead and just drop it anyway. I think I'm going to do a line of like 10, 20 pots maybe. Maybe I'll travel. I want to get them somewhat close together, but not so close that I'm having to fight to get them picked up. So maybe like the next one in here. We're going to speed it up a little bit. I'm not liking that. I'm not seeing any crabs here though. Like, you'd think they'd be right through the same area. And that was like a shelf going down into deeper water. We're at 200 meters right now. So maybe we need to be on this shelf here. Or this shelf here. What to do? What if they're traveling this way? They'd be right up in here. Going into deeper water because the temperature's getting... I don't know. I've never done crab fishing on this game before. I think... yeah, we're going to move back over. I'm going to go right here. If that one goes away, that one goes away, that's fine. But travel up here like this. See if we can see some crab along that shelf. And then put our next waypoint out to like that maybe. Travel just a little bit of it. See if we can see some crabs coming up now. About half throttle. Drop this one. Start to get the next one set. Hopefully. I picked a good spot. We'll see. The last little view was coming into a little bit deeper water, so I'm hoping that this is... yeah, see there's some crabs there, so I think that was the right choice. And if we do good in this area, then I will come back there and probably go just a little bit further north and set another line. But I need to make sure we keep seeing crab along through here too. Man, we're at 2/3 throttle and we're only doing 5 kilometers. I need to go a little faster than that, I guess. I wonder if I should be going north and south of these things, covering many depths. Oh, there's a crab right there, so I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'm willing to try it out. And again, this is something I've never done before, so. But I think we'll put like a line of 10 of them out here, so we'll go 2 to 11, and then we'll bump it forward like, I don't know, 2 or 4 hours, and then come back here and put another line above it. But as you can see, we're starting to see crab here too, so. Just before it, so maybe they'll travel over the top of it. Maybe 2 of them there. 3. Oh, good. So we're starting to get into something here. I'm liking this. there's a good little spot right there. I do want to mark that real quick, since there was quite a few in that spot right there. Just so we have a general idea of kind of the direction. Find another spot going back up the other way, we can kind of have an angle of which direction they're traveling. And then set our pots accordingly going that way instead of going across. Because I'm thinking they're going to be traveling like this, or maybe like this, maybe even north and south. Right there, so that's a good sign. Looks like I might need to be traveling at about 17, 18 knots, because they're ready to go right now. We're just closing the thing, and we're not close to 100 meters away from the next, so I'm going to bump it up just a little bit here. See if we can get it going the 17, 18 range and just sticking right there. Got a lobster down there too, which I'm not sure if lobster and crab run together really or not. I mean, obviously they might here in the game, but maybe I should run 20 pots out and then come back and run 20 more. Wide spread area, you know, cover across here and then come back and cover across here. 2 together right there again. Getting a little off on my line here. There we go, now we can see them. Kind of see what they're doing and know that they're ready to go or not. Bait in, close it, ready to go, and as soon as we get to 100 meters we can drop the next pot. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 15 and 15. So we're at actually 11 right here, because that one pot that's over there by itself doesn't really count. But I still see crabs going across here, so hopefully we do alright. I mean, it might be 60, 70 kilos. It could be. I had one that I think had 1100 when I was doing the tutorial area. So if we can get several pots with like 1100 kilos in them, we could actually do like 2 runs of this, fill up, and be taking 135 kilos of fish in. And I believe crab right now is $20 a kilo. That's a good price. I'll go out here and I'll set one more, and if there's no crab that come across the screen, then we'll turn around and go a little north and come back. We had a couple hours, so we'll just have a 13 pot string here, which looks like probably what we're going to do. Alright, let's just do that. Clear this one out. Go there. Come back over to here. And then we'll set up a waypoint down to here. And let's put this at, I don't know, 18? Oh, 17 and a half. Let's do 18. As you can see, this is the sonar that we had before. It hasn't actually currently jumped up to where it's actually at, so. Alright, so 15, 12 more, so we'll go to 27. I did not jump time ahead. Let's do that right now. Let's go for 4 hours. And there's a crab right there, a couple crabs. So I'm thinking what we're going to be doing is we're going to be do like two or three lines going across back and forth, so we can figure out where the actual crab are at, and then we'll pinpoint and start putting lines up and down that area. And it's weird, they don't take the pots from here towards the back, they take them all from this side, then they start coming from this side, and then start coming from this side, so a lot of it's going to be mainly from this section here. A couple of good spots here. I think I'm going to probably go by weight though. There is 3 right there, so let's put crab right here. Anytime we see 3 on the screen in a short distance like that, I mean we're within 50 meters, we should drop one down. And then we can readjust when we go to pick them back up. If it's a low density area or if it's a high density area, we can move the icons around so we kind of know where they're going or where they're coming from. So like this is 2 within 50 meters, but if I get like a section that has like 1, 2, 3 together, like right here we got 2, we get 1 more, we can put a crab in that area so we know there's a fairly like right there, because right here is 50 meters. So let's just put the crab right here. So it looks like they're going to be traveling this direction though, and that's probably the way we're going to set up our lines next time. So yeah, cruise out here to 27. I think I'll jump up another 150 meters or so, put 1 more line, and then we'll come all the way back over to number 1, pick it up that's off there in the blue lonesome by itself, and whether it's ready or not, and then we'll line up for number 2 through 15 or whatever it was. Here. The first one over here is going to be 6 hours out. But if we put this out, let's see, it takes an hour to put out 13 pots, hour and 10 minutes. We put out 13 pots here, bump ahead 4 hours, put out 13 pots. That's going to be hour and 10, 220, 330, plus the 8 hours in between, so at 11:30. So yeah, we have a little time to get back over here to this one before it turns and starts going back to green. Plus, like I said, it'll give us a little more idea of which way the fish are, the crabs are moving. by covering a bigger area. As you can see, we're not seeing anything over here now. But the nice thing is if we come by through here and pick this up and there's nothing in it, it says low population and just picks it up. We got one crab here though, so keep going. We've got 3 more pots to put out in this line. See a lobster again. Lobster's several months away though. I think I'm going to end this at 12 pots, so not 13. Since I haven't seen anything in two pots yet. So we're going to cancel that one. We're going to set up a new one over to here, and then back to here. And then we're going to put out a line traveling about to there. And hopefully we see crabs in this area here. So, or maybe like right here, so we kind of know they're traveling this direction. The question is whether they're traveling this way or whether they're traveling this way, which we can figure out by no, I didn't put the turn that back on. As soon as this pot's ready, I'm going to drop it. I see 2 of them right here. See a cod down there too. I should have been right about here for that pot. I didn't travel a little too far forward. Maybe we might come out here and see nothing too and find out that they're all moving south to shallower ground. Crab in 3 pots. There we go. 2 together, that's a good sign. Right as we drop the pot too, so that should be a good pot, number 29. It's kind of a guessing game, I guess. There's a better way to put it, where they're actually going to be at. But then after you do find them, you need to try to slaughter them if you can. Seeing some good numbers, so lots of crab going across the bottom. Ones and 2s and 3s. Look at that. That's gonna be a good one there. Let's put a crab right there, since we just saw 3 of them together. Who knows, maybe the next line we'll do a jig-jag like this, depending on how the fish look. And of course I'll be watching it as we pick them up too, to see what the density looks like when we're traveling across picking lines up. on, get this pot ready. I want to get it out. I have a feeling they're traveling north and south, but not so much east and west like we're traveling right now. How much money do we have? We still have enough to buy the Dexter too, the trawling boat. And then it would just be a matter of paying off all of our loans, which is like $15 million worth. So we got maybe one or two more pots here. I was hoping to, like I said, see a bunch of them in this area right here, so I know that kind of which direction they're traveling. But too bad there wasn't GPS coordinates in this game where you said, okay, yeah, I did really good at 20.4 or whatever to, you know, map coordinates kind of thing. Yeah, I'm gonna put this one out. I'm gonna go pick up number 1. So I'm gonna take and put him away, and he's done too. Now, when we come back, we'll pick them up, put them this way, so we'll be stacking them on. Alright, but we still got a couple spots out here, so I think it'll be fine. I don't know if I can travel across these or not, but I'm definitely going to try. Because I just want to go straight to this one here if I can. $8. Oh, I didn't bump time ahead? Oh no, so we're going to have to be really on time, on point to get these ones picked up. I didn't bump that ahead 4 hours. Yeah, so I need this one to be 18 when I get over there, 19 when I get over there, so I'm going to bump this ahead like 6 hours, get into the green. Because I don't want to be too far in. I need to be in the green. So we'll go 2 more. And 1 more. There we go. So we'll go and pick this pot up now. I do need to have the crane guy out there. And I need to have the crab sorters out here. That's it. That's all we need. Now it's just a matter of finding my buoy, which I believe is right here. It's hard to see with the sun shining that way, but it looks like it's right there. And I don't actually have to do anything, I don't think. I think it just automatically catches them because the crane guy's out there doing that. There's not a hook guy, which is really weird. Okay, so I do have to haul a pot. See, I don't have all. Okay. Let's see what comes up, if anything. This was on 15 hours. That's a few crab in there. We'll see how much the actual quantity is here in a minute. Alright, so while they're doing that, we'll travel over here and get lined up for picking these guys up. Oh wait, we can't do that until they're done. Last ones. Oh, we got 417 kilos on that one. Nice. And this should be better up here. Alright, so this one's at 16, so I think I'm going to just bump it ahead, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours. 2 hours will put us just before the 1840 mark. So they'll be turning blue. And well, that's weird, it didn't bump ahead 2 hours, it bumped ahead an hour and a half. Alright, so we'll bump it ahead 1 more hour. And then we get the first 7 blue, or first 6 blue. So we should be able to start hauling now. Alright, get over here where I can actually see. And it should be just a matter of me coming up next to them, and they should do all the work themselves. Stacking, hauling. We're going to watch the sonar for crabs too to see if, and I want to keep an eye on this too for the density populations. See which ones are the best areas. If we hit 1,000, we'll put a marker there. And you can travel to the next one and be ready to go. It will allow us to do that. I just don't want to travel so far and get ahead of it. That one looks full. And no, not really full. It's looking good though. Gotta slow down here, hit the reverse engine so it stops the boat. So we still got 2 down here too. Alright, so that last one, catch, only 82 kilograms. That's not any good. So that means there's a lot of smalls in there, or bad sort, I don't know, something. Looks like it has more fish in it. More crab. It's like half a pot almost. Can't really tell with when it gets on the table because it doesn't look the same. And yeah, it's just kind of a slow process. 232 kilograms. Get out and go look. So we can sort too. We can go down here and sort if we want to. Wait for the table to get back. So the little ones with like the bell looking shape like that right there, there's a male. You can flip it to make sure it's big enough, and if it's big enough, put it in here. Let's try to find a female real quick. That's a male, but it's too small, so we're going to return it. And they're grabbing the last ones. So we got 348 kilos on that one. Unfortunately, I have to go back down the stairs every time. I can't just bounce back and forth like a teleportation unit, which is fine. It's before we pick this up, we're at 19. This one just turned green, so yeah, we should be fine. I want to get down here before they actually start unloading it so we can look to see how full it really is. 97% full. Alright, so that one, definitely a male. Definitely good enough. We'll keep that one. That's a male, but it's too small. See how it doesn't go all the way across? Throw that back. That's a male. He's definitely big enough. That's a male, but he's not big enough. 685 kilos on that one. That's good. We're coming up to where the dense part was at too. For some reason, it's not wanting to keep going straight forward though. But anyway, we already have 1,700 kilos in here off of our first 5 pots. I think that's pretty good. That beeping sound is them actually catching the line. So get over here. We'll see how much is in this one. %, full. That's male. He's right on the edge, but he's big enough. I'm hoping to find a female here in a second. That's male. He's big enough. That's not big enough. There we go. See the different look on that one? Let me get the right shade here. See how it's more of a rounded, it's not like a bell shape. That is a female. Alright, so we got 375 on that one. And we're at 2142 overall. So far the line 5 had the biggest one. So it's heading this direction, so we should be doing fine. But I'm still seeing a couple crabs down here too, so we'll keep cruising along and see what happens. Oh, that one looks full. %, full. Nice male here. He's definitely big enough. Throw him in. He's not big enough. He's definitely not big enough. It's a female too. That's a male. Not big enough. Alright, I grabbed the last one, 246 kilos. So we'll just keep cruising along here and pick these up, and hopefully we have a good string here up above where we saw those 2s and 3s together. Hopefully they're traveling up this way and we got the tail end of it or something. Although we had a good section down below too. And like I said, you have to travel down every single time, so if you're out here doing this by yourself, man, what a workout you'd be getting. No, it doesn't look like it's as full though. 119% full. Wow. That's a male. He's big enough. We're keeping him. Male, big enough, keeping him. So the keepers is what I want. I want the keepers. Give me the big ones. Let them do the sort of the small ones. 847 kilos. Man, that was good. Let's put a, I'm going to put a lobster there. That's what I'm going to do. Right there. For signifying a big one. Just as a marker. I mean, we know there's no lobster there. And we're not lobster fishing anyway, but that way I can kind of see where this is at compared to the deep quantities of catch. Because, I mean, they might be traveling this direction too. Mainly what I want to do is get down here so I can make sure and see how full they are every time when they come up. Not really help so much with the sort, but this is only 81% full. And it looks like a lot of smalls. I'll take that big one, and he's not big enough anyway. Yep, this is no good. These are all smalls. We'll get back into the boat and get to the next one. You can see 150 kilos. But we've crested the 3K mark, so we're at almost 3,400 kilos at 20 bucks a kilo. I mean, granted, it's not like we were fishing before. We were catching hundreds of thousands of pounds, but this is still definitely doable. It looks like it might have a little more in it. Nope, it's less. 76% full. Too small. Too small. And too small. 95 kilos. $77, so we're going back up. That's good. I mean, a little bit. It wasn't going up a lot, but too small. That was big enough. And that one is big enough. Nope. So 78 kilos, not very much. Let's see, we got plenty of fuel out here, so we can stay out here for quite a while catching crab and just laying pots out, speeding up time. And then, looks like that one might be a little fuller. Being able to float the boat at 85% full. That's a keeper. Let's grab this one. He's a keeper. And we'll grab this one. Definitely a keeper. Right on the edge, but he's still a keeper. 330 kilos on that one. We got 2 more on this line, I think it is. Yeah, 2 more, and then this one's just now starting to turn blue, so that's good. But this is where we bumped forward. That's right, we bumped forward time here. But we didn't bump forward time over there, so we're going to have a long line of blue ones in a row. Like, what, 20 pots? 22 pots? I'd like to see some more 110, 20% pot full. This one's 78%, so it's less than the last one. Too small. That one's a keeper. That one's a keeper. That one is not a keeper. So 269 on that one. So now we're over 4,000 kilos. I mean, I don't know how long you guys want to stay out here and do this, but I mean, see if we get this one, be probably like 4,300 kilos. I mean, it's going to take, what, 25 strings to hit 100,000. And we have 3 strings out right now. But I think we can zero in on it, we can get some 1,000 pots, and it'll go faster too. %. Too small. And female, too small. Alright, so that one was 288. So we're going to fast forward over to here. Try to get lined up for that one. And then I'm going to put these guys on break for a minute after this one, because we're going to have to jump to head time, and I don't want to blow out their energy. I mean, I still got 2 guys here that can work too, but I'll try to keep the same crew for the whole strings. I'm actually gonna sort this. I'm just gonna maybe I will sort this. 105% full. Just on the edge of keeping. Too small. Alright, so 348 kilos on that one. Now I'm going to put these guys to rest for a second. We bump ahead to get to the other. Because we got 4 hours we had to jump. Well, 3 hours and we can wait 10 minutes and then go. Probably the best bet. Do that. 3 hours and then go. 1, 2, 3. Look at the map real quick. Yeah, see, it bumped further than 3 hours. So weird. Alright, so let's get these guys back to work. And of course, as you see, they're back to rest, fully rested too, by jumping that time ahead. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to get them started on this one pot here, and I'm going to go AFK for a quick second to grab a drink. So you can kind of, I'll get over here where you can see them a little better. See how big the pot is. So we're at 47.97 with I think 22 pots left to go. 23. It's 22 would be, or 20 would be there. 20 and 23 pots left to go. So we'll get over here on this one. Just watch them from right here. And I will be back in just a second. Sorry about that. Let's see where we're at here. Yeah, only 180 kilos on that one. Not very good. I'm hoping we have some good ones right in here. Just give me some idea of where they're going, where they're at, and where they're going to be. If anybody's ever watched The Deadliest Catch, these guys are not very easy to find at times. And other times you just get on them and you crush it. Hundred and 2% full. Hopefully they're all keepers. That one is. That one is not. That one is not. That one definitely is. And that one is too. Okay, so 455 on that one. And we're coming up to where the, like I said, the dense population part was at. So hopefully these lines here, maybe I have to spread the lines out a little bit more so they do them like every 200 meters instead. 3% full. I like to pick up the big crabs because I know they're going to be keepers. Yeah, that one's not. Unfortunately. That one is. That one is. That one is not. 360 kilos on that one. Yeah, so these crabs on the bottom really aren't telling me much. And as you can see, there's no real crabs down here right now either. It's like we caught what little bit was through here. Now we got to figure out where to go after that. I just don't know if they're going deeper or going shallower. I mean, that first pot we put out was 460 in shallower water, so maybe they are traveling south. I just didn't see enough quantity over here to, when I was on the sonar, to stay over in that area. $117, that's good. Maybe we'll have an 800-900 in here now. I mean, it might just be a heavy sort too. That's a female. There's a keeper male. Let's see, we'll get rid of the small one. That's a female anyway. That's a female. And that's a small male. And if I can grab that one, female. So 346 with 117% in the pot. Not good. Only at 6,000 kilos. But what I could do is I come out here and I could drop off 120 pots. I think there are 90 pots we have available in 10 pot strings, like, I don't know, 100 meters apart, and then bump it ahead 2 hours each time. So that'll put us at 18 hours for the first set when we get over to it, I think. Now, it's hard to tell for sure. Yeah, maybe it had to be 15 pot strings to be able to bump it ahead 2 hours, but put them like 200 meters apart. I didn't see how much was in that. Let's just get rid of the small ones. We know this one's a small. It's going to go by. That was a male, female, female, female. Alright, what do we get? 120 kilos. Not looking like great numbers, but, you know. Can't have spectacular pots every time. %. Juvenile, juvenile, juvenile. We don't mess with the juveniles and the females, because we get fined if we do that. 55 kilos right next to that, so I mean, who knows. The sonar obviously is not helping me very well. We're picking great spots to grab crab from. looks kind of full actually. No, okay. 70. Oh, 106, nice. No. A lot of little guys in here though too. Baby female. 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 Too small? Yeah. This one's a keeper. And they're done now, so we'll go on to the next 363. That's nice. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be heading north and south is what I'm thinking. And this one's probably going to be a decent one here. I mean, they could be traveling northeast or northwest to southeast. Because if you read the actual wiki stuff, it says that the fish populations travel from northwest to southeast. And if that's the case, this one should be a good one, then we're going to start dying off again. 109%. Grab all these little ones and throw them overboard. And the females. 229, yeah. So our best one was right there. In fact, let me just, the best one was right there for this line so far. So, I mean, that's kind of northwest to southeast. And the crab that they said they saw was over here 8 days ago, so they could be traveling up this direction. Maybe? I mean, I don't know. If we were catching good numbers, I might actually rebait and put them back out, but there's no reason to do that if we're not catching good enough fish. I don't want to grind hundreds. I want to grind, you know, 400 or 500 kilo pots. .67%, not very much. Kilos. I think the problem I'm going to run into trying to fill up on lobsters and crab too is running out of bait. Lobsters, because I mean the Arctic Pioneer I can haul 500 kilos. 105%, that's good. 500 kilograms, 500,000 kilograms of lobsters because of the storage space there. A lot of smalls in this one, so it doesn't matter. It's 105% full when 3/4 of it gets thrown back. I say 310. We've got like 7,000 kilos, 3,400 kilos right now, with about 13 pots left to go. This one and then a string of 12 over there. pulling that one up, I'm going to set up the autopilot real quick to travel to here, and then there, at max speed. I don't want that one. I want max speed. Okay, 26 is it, I guess. I don't know why 26 is, it was doing 30 something before. And we'll see where we're at real quick on this one, and then I'll finish just by driving over there. Try to get a bunch of these smalls out of the way so they get done quicker. I mean, obviously it's not helping me and helping their skill level, but I'd rather get all these smalls done and out of the way and let them sort the good ones. 112 on that one. Alright, we'll turn the autopilot back off. Speed up to here. And then we'll cruise over here and start getting these ones. $75.49 kilos so far after 26 pots. I mean, I could just sit up there and drive the boat, but then you wouldn't see anything if they're doing the crab sorting or how full the pot. Like this one's 116% full. Female. Baby. Female. $287 kilos. %. 117. Nice. That one's big enough. $693 kilos. So I'm going to put this here. We'll change that in a second if need be. But as you can see, they're traveling in this direction somehow. Just not sure which direction they're going yet. %. Full. Female. Small male. Big female. And you can't keep any of the females. Too small. So I think if I go by the numbers, the map real quick. This one was like 200 and something, this one was like 300 and something, this one was like 800 and something. So I think if we go into this area here, traveling at this range, we should do good. But it's kind of worrisome because this was 8 days ago for that. So I don't know if this was the beginning of the descent and they're going to be back in this area here in a minute, going up this way and then traveling somewhere else. But even though we're at the edge of the map, it's hard to know for sure. I don't know how full that one is now. Get over here. 89%, okay. I believe too small. This one's too small for sure, and a female. Too small, and a male. This one's too small, and a male. And we'll go back to driving. Then you can finish off the last couple while we get up to the next spot. 371. That's a good sign. Especially since we're coming up to where I put the crab marker at. Maybe they're going to travel this way. Like I said, it's hard to tell for sure. Got to make sure and close my door when we get in home. Crab pots in though, so the weather doesn't blow in. 75%, so this is less. That might be big enough. Yep, that's big enough. That one is not. This one here is not, and a female too. I'll take this big. Oh, he got the big one. I got the last one. Haha. Just barely big enough. 147 kilos. I think I'm going to finish out these pods and end this stream. Then I'm going to do some research on other people's videos for crab fishing to see how they did and how they do it. Because trying to find them and figuring out where they're at exactly is going to be the trick, I think. Which direction they're traveling. If you ever land on them, you're going to just... So I was doing in the tutorial thing, I caught one that was 1,100 kilograms. 99%, okay. Female. 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 This might be big enough. Yeah, that's big enough. And that one is big enough. And we'll take the baby and toss it overboard. And that one was 441. So again, this is the biggest pot so far here. So if we change that, this right here is the biggest pot now. And we'll get rid of that one. Actually, I'm going to leave that one for right now because that's pretty close to the biggest pot too. How are these guys doing? Still got plenty of stamina. But I'm not seeing any fish down here. No crabs. I guess we could have caught everything in the area. We have pulled in quite a few. %full in this spot here. Yeah, 88 kilograms on that one. So I'm going to guess these ones over here, where we didn't see a whole lot of crab, is going to be not very good. looks pretty full. 108%. Question is, how many are keepers? Let them fish the rest of that. 396. Just got the achievement. 10,000 kilograms of snow crab. So that one looks pretty full too, but it's only 67%. And a lot of babies too. Can't have babies and females. $193 kilos. We've got 3 pots left here. I do know that I read in the wiki that the fish travel northwest to southeast. And I'm not sure if that's just fish or if that's crab too. I mean, at some point they have to travel back up north, so I mean, this spot's empty. I don't know if I want to help them with this. Yeah, they can take care of that small amount. We'll get over here to the next one. Just get lined up on it, and then we'll look back in a minute to see how bad it was. I really don't even want to see it pop up. I'd rather just have this line ready to be picked up. No fish were caught. Yeah. Like I said, I wasn't seeing any crab out here when we dropped these last ones out here either, so they're probably all going to be like that. Yeah, that one looks pretty shallow too there for amount of fish in it. I don't know, maybe it's alright. 113%. But the question is, how many are males and how many are females? How many are juveniles that you can't keep? I don't know. I see gap on both sides, so I'm thinking that may not be big enough. I'm going to keep it anyway. That one definitely is not seeing big gaps. Alright. 500 kilos, so that was the best one there so far too. I think the idea is just to put out a row of 15, bump over 200 meters, put out a row of 15, bump ahead 2 hours too. Bump ahead 2 hours, put over a row of 15 and do that 6 times, and then come back for the first one. Because you'll have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 hours in between. This is the last pot too. 12 hours in between, plus an hour for each one to sit out. So yeah, you should be just about right for, that one looks really full. 109%. And you start catching them at night, 1840, so hour per line to put out. It'd be real close on time frame. Yeah, it's close, but I think it's good. Alright, so let's see where we're at on this one. That was the last pot too. So the last 2 pots were the best spot. So right in here. just there's no way to tell. I mean, they're going this way and then traveling this way. Are they coming north and south and I just got like on the edge of it and there's better fishing over here? Because we didn't even check over here yet. Let's just go over here real quick and see if there's any crab on the ground over here. Get up to max speed and just cruise along for a second. Because I am going to take this 11,000 back to the port. I don't want them in the hold too long. I know that. Because catch time is an issue too. You can't let them sit for too long because they'll start to rot. You're not really gutting them. And we can haul 800,000 pounds, or kilos I mean. See, I'm not seeing any crab over here either. Let's just go over here and look. See if they've gone shallower. Oh, there's swordfish and tuna down here. Which are out of season now. Guess I should put these guys back to rest too. Let's see if we can see anything over here at all. Maybe we'll go back to town and get a better tip too. It's like maybe 3 days old instead of 7 days old. And then we can judge from the 7 and 3 day kind of where they're going to be at, maybe. I don't know. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to go back to town. Go sell them up here in Yarmouth. See how we do. I don't think we're going to have a big payday on this. It's only like 11,000 kilos at $20 a kilo, so what's that, 220,000 before paying the workers and stuff. Yeah, see, 220,000, 226 minus the workers. We had 21 females and 26 undersized, so they are horrible at sorting. Wow. So I lost another $4,700 because they were crappy at sorting. Unreal. Alright, sell the catch. How much bait do we use up doing that? We used up 3 bait for 39 pots. So it's not 20 per... I guess there could be one in the thing. Still ground up. And we'll just buy the other 3 just to make sure. See if we can find a tip too. No tip. How much fuel do we use too? There's 6,000 in fuel. So yeah, it was a $180,000 trip. Not a whole lot. We can pay off the one loan. Yeah, I can't buy any more money. Which would put us at $4 million left over. But then we won't have to worry about having a percentage on top of that. So I'll just go ahead and pay this one off. And we're going to get another $3,300,000 before we can pay the next one off. Which, I mean, I can take out the Arctic Pioneer and do that in like 2 trips, 3 trips. Okay, I'm gonna set up this one for lobster fishing too, 120 pots. The something naughty, I don't remember what it's called. You can get it up in I think it's Digby maybe. Up in Digby or Ingleshead there's one called something naughty, and it'll hold 200 lobster pots, but the hold is only 40,000. Whereas this hold, because we've done the upgrades on it, is 500,000. I mean, it's 200,000 basic, even if we didn't have the upgrade on it. So we can definitely haul a lot, and we can haul a total of 1.8 million total in quota. And I believe this starts back over in January, so you know, if we don't catch it all between November and December, we're going to go back down to zeros. That's going to be it for this episode. Make sure and hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one.